Hey YouTube, it's Chris, and today I wanted to talk about a video game I've been playing. This game is Persona 5. So Atlus, the company that makes Persona, is being kind of stingy with footage on YouTube right now, so I'm only going to show like really small clips. If you're interested in seeing what the Persona gameplay is like, just go on YouTube and look at some trailers and whatnot. Trust me, they will not disappoint. This is an amazing game, and I want as many people to play it as possible because I want more Persona games. I have to talk to you guys about this game. I guarantee a lot of people aren't going to see this video because they probably won't care, but I love this game so much, I've been playing it non-stop. I just had to talk about it in some capacity. The Persona games are kind of weird. They're almost like a combination of Final Fantasy, Power Rangers, with a little bit of Pokemon mixed in there. So the idea of Persona is that you're this teenager, you're about, I think like 16, you're a high school student, and you move from your hometown to Tokyo after some legal drama happens in your hometown. When you move to Tokyo, you try to live a normal school life, you end up having to go to school, you make friends, etc, etc. And by night, you and your friends are vigilantes who kind of go on this like parallel dimension universe type place, and you battle monsters, and the monsters you battle within the other dimension end up changing the personalities of people in real life who are really bad. So just a quick example. There's this evil, corrupt gym teacher that's abusing students, and it's implied that he's like molested students and things of that nature, and you have to go in this alternate dimension to pretty much fight these demons and monsters that are sort of influencing the situation to solve these real life problems. I can't say how much I pretty much love this game. So why do I like this game? Why is this game so special? You know, what makes it better than any other RPG pretty much out there? Well, first of all, the battle system is turn-based, so similar to like classic Final Fantasy Pokemon, but what really helps this game out is that even though the game is turn-based, it is like almost the most perfected turn-based gameplay you've ever seen, where, okay, characters have different things that are good and bad about them. Every character is useful in a certain way. Some have strong magic attacks, some have strong physical attacks, some are fast and good at dodging, all that kind of stuff. Persona 5 has all the classic turn-based RPG, you know, kind of elements, and they all work together really well. You have a wonderful cast of characters, they all have fun, different gameplay styles, and it's just really perfected and enjoyable. One thing that's really interesting is that the story isn't just a thing that's tacked on. It has a unique impact on the gameplay, where the stuff you do in the real world, the connections you make with different people, the friends you make, the social events you do, have impact on how your characters battle, how they fight, and how they grow stronger and evolve. So there's an adequate incentive to get through the story. There's an incentive to roam around and do different things because you get to see your characters truly grow and change. And that's not something you necessarily see with a lot of games. A story, a lot of times, is something like maybe like Pokemon, it's just kind of tacked on and just kind of there, and you're like, okay, well, let me get to the fighting. But in Persona, part of the game is your social life. Part of the game is the story and the side quests, and that helps your battling and fighting kind of evolve. The characters are also really great. I mean, you have your typical kind of anime tropes. The best friend, the girl that's kind of mean, but then she gets nicer, the shut-in girl, the guy that may or may not be gay, you know, your typical like sort of like anime ensemble is definitely here in Persona 5, but all the characters are a lot deeper than just kind of being tropes. When you first meet them, they seem kind of tropey, but during the course of the game, you're forced to get to know them, make connections with them, and you actually see that there's some more character that you wouldn't have noticed, at least early on. Since you know who the characters are and what they're fighting for, it gives you more of a motivation to play the game because you ultimately want to see them reach their goals, almost like you're watching a show. The graphics of the game on PS4 and PS3 are absolutely beautiful. The costumes the characters have are really cool and really stylish. They're all based off of like thief costumes from like throughout history, so there's themes of like Robin Hood, Zorro, even like Catwoman. Persona does a really good job of sort of like honoring, you know, fictional stories and ideas that have come before it while trying to do something new. In order to fight, your characters use these mythical creatures called personas, and every persona is usually based off of a god or demon from some sort of mythology or some religion. Most characters have one persona that's related to their personality and their struggles, and your main character gets to use like a variety of different personas in battle. And Pretty much everything in this game is symbolic, where you'll capture a persona and you'll use them in battle and you're gonna be like, oh, Thor, I've heard that name before. What's really cool with the personas is that they're all based off different religions and different mythologies, so when you capture persona, you'll look them up and you'll be like, wow, okay, this is actually a real like mythical creature, you know, that's interesting. So it's cool to see a game that's inspired by religions and different, you know, kind of fictions. I guess the creativity of using characters from different religions and different fictions and, you know, use them in battle, I think is just really interesting. And you don't necessarily see that with a lot of games. A lot of games stick to, okay, well, we're going to do Greek mythology or Japanese mythology or whatever. But Persona takes a little bit from a lot of different religions, you know, Hindu religions, Christian religions, you know, Muslim religion, Judaism, you know, it's all there. And I think that a game using that is just very interesting. So the thing about Persona is you almost feel like you're playing an anime. So during the day, you go around, you go to school, you hang out with your friends, you help them with their problems, then at night you're a vigilante. So if you're a big anime fan, you're a big fan of like, say, like maybe the slice of life genre where, you know, kids are in high school and they're dealing with high school problems, but you want some supernatural elements, Persona's good for you. You literally have to go throughout your day and manage your time effectively to get stronger and, you know, accomplish your goals within the game. And that is just really cool because you feel like you're watching an anime, but at the same time it's interactive. So I will say the thing about Persona is that, you know, if you're big into the anime slice of life genre or you just want to find a good RPG to play, I think Persona is a game for you. It does take a little while to kind of get started. There's a kind of a lot of tutorial stuff in the beginning, similar to like, say, Kingdom Hearts. So if you're the type of person where you kind of just want to jump right in and start fighting, start doing stuff, you're gonna have to wait. But if you're able to handle stuff like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts that kind of hold your hand a little bit in the beginning before just sort of giving everything to you, because there's a lot to do in Persona, a lot of game mechanics you kind of have to learn about, I think you'll be okay. A lot of the characters, like I said, the characters are really fun and really cool and really engaging, but the game is very anime where sometimes the characters say things that are kind of like, okay, no real person would say that, you know. It gets a little cartoony at points. If you're into super hyper realistic sort of characters, it may be a little too like cartoony and anime for you, but anyone who's like a geek or into anime and that kind of stuff, I think you'll be fine. Just be prepared for some lines that are going to sound a little weird or a little off where you're like, okay, a real person wouldn't say that, because this game is specifically going after sort of like anime fans. I've spent over 100 hours playing it so far. I'm going to replay it again because once you beat the game, you can restart from the beginning, but you get to keep a lot of your items and personas and like skills that you've developed, so the second playthrough is actually easier and you're able to do more. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. It's getting rave reviews pretty much on every website, and if you're definitely interested in picking up a new RPG, I would recommend it. It is fantastic and amazing. So, what do you think about Persona 4? Let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button and also subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I will catch you all later. Peace.